ஹலோ, யாரு? தன்ராஜா? நான் தான் ராமசாமி பேசுறேன்.
Hello, welcome to Anga Pesalam. Today my guest is my good friend Priya Lokram. Hello, Priya.
Hello, Sridhar. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Yeah, we're good. So today we're going to be talking about season 5 of The Crown. So before we go to that, are you a big fan of the royal family? Do you follow the royal family like that or what?
Yes, I'm not fan of the royal family. I'm fan of the background story of the whole
Background
thing.
story of royal family. Okay.
So that's what intrigues me to
good.
watch that show.
So you watched all the 5 seasons, everything, all of them, right?
Yes. From season 1 to 5, I binge watch them.
Oh, wow. Binge watch them. So how long does it take you to finish a season? 1 day, 2 days? How long do you take?
Probably 2 days, depending on if I'm finished all my work, then it will be within a day. I'll finish everything.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
If it's a Saturday, then morning till evening, sit there, finish off all the episodes. Nobody talk to me. Nobody do anything. Me time.
That's nice. That's nice. So,
Yeah.
so we have what now? 5 seasons of The Crown now. So what do you think of this season 5? You were like overall impression.
Yeah, I think this one is very impressive because it takes you to see both the sides, behind the sides, because we always see what is happening on the news, but we don't see what is happening in their life. I don't know how much it's reality, but at least you kind of makes you think, oh, maybe, this is how it might have been. So that's very interesting to see the other side.
Yeah, see, I think I always felt like Crown was more fact than fiction because they have to incorporate like a lot of the real life incidents, because it is based on actual life, right? So they cannot dramatize too much. Yeah,
absolutely, yes. But what I'm saying is the way of having conversation between, say, if the Queen is talking to her husband, do you think that's the real conversation?
Yeah,
or
I
it's just the imagination of that might have happened? So it makes you think, it could have happened. For example, in season 5, there is a scene where Prince Philip will support Queen Elizabeth with her mother when she was trying to give a speech.
A speech, yes.
That was like, that is very impressive. He's been a very silent guy all this time. Now he stood up for her. So those are the small things you would like, maybe that happened.
So this season 5, it's a huge, what do you say? The actors changed, right? They all aged. They brought in a new set of actors. So what do you think about the casting, the season 5, starting with the Queen? Let's start with the Queen.
Queen is really good because if you see the side by side, it's pretty close. The only of all the cast they have this season, the only person that feels a little bit odd would be Prince Charles.
Okay, why is that? So why do you think that is?
Because Prince Charles have like a more leaner face. This actor has like a little bit broader face. So he looked more like a macho guy. Prince Charles is never a macho guy. He's more of a softer character, like looking. So that's what the difference is. Most of the other characters, whenever I watch an episode, I keep on the side. I usually compare the actual people. And also sometimes I compare the pictures that came out in papers. So most of them are very, very, very close, except Prince Charles. This season is, if you see the previous season, like younger Charles is pretty close.
He was amazing.
The way he looks, the way he
leans,
everything is amazing. But this one is little bit off. Just that character.
See, I think this, like you said, the whole of internet has the same. They have like the same thought as well, because like Dominic West, the guy who plays Prince Charles, is a very famous actor, very famous actor. He has done amazing shows, so people know him, and everybody thought there is no way he could do this. But I thought he came close, but still, like you said, that the macho thing, right? He has a very,
that's
he's
what
like a
he
very
is.
well-built and muscular guy. And this
Exactly.
guy is
No, if
kind
you
of,
look at the picture at that time, especially when the family goes on a yacht
yeah,
vacation,
very
that
famous.
picture,
Yeah.
they look so
So
different.
different. So different.
So, all other characters are pretty close to the pictures, but just him like stands out. So maybe if he had lost like more weight, probably the face would have been. But I think he has a broader face too, so you can't do anything about that's his facial structure. So,
But I think, I mean, he's like a very good actor, though. The
oh,
scene
there is
where
no doubt about it.
the
He did a
scene,
pretty good
amazing
job. Yeah, he did a pretty good job with the character. There's nothing wrong in that. The way he brought the conversation, everything, but it's just that the appearance. I feel like he's more of a. He feels like a big guy when
Big
compared to Charles. So maybe they were trying to portray a stronger character to bring that he was more stronger mentally at that time. Maybe that's why they brought him. I don't know. So yeah, that one was nice. Diana was on.
Yeah, Diana,
really
I think that is the best casting. That is the best.
Diana was best.
But I don't know if she was like really that tall, like they're showing in the show. I don't know if she's really that tall, you know? I don't know.
I think they are maybe they got a taller actress because she was very lean at that time and she looked taller. And she looked taller than Charles. That's why they are trying to portray that. I mean, I don't know if she was as tall as that.
That was kind of interesting choice.
Yeah,
actually.
As tall as her, but still, she was on the match.
Yeah,
that was really good.
And the actress, like who played her, I don't think that she has done like so many movies. She's done probably like a couple of movies, so that's why like we can like really see Diana. You know,
like, she's an Australian actress,
Australian
right?
actor. She's done like 1 or 2 movies, which I have seen probably, but we can like clearly see the Diana in her. All the mannerisms, the hand gestures, the facial expressions.
Yeah, she did a very good
Amazing job.
The way she was looking
looking
at people and all those things, that was pretty decent. Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah.
Who else?
The Prince Philip. The Prince Philip, what do you think? The husband.
Oh, he did really good. I liked his character in this. I think I have, certain times that makes me, I don't know, not even mad. I think sometimes I'm very sad for him, for that person. But other times I'm like, but you know what you got yourself into. I understand a person has a patience only to a certain limit, but he did a pretty good job in that character. Yeah. I really liked the first Prince Philip, the younger character.
Yeah, Jonathan.
The season 1.
Yeah, season 1 and 2. 1
and 2. Yeah. Oh, that guy did fantastic job. And this one, I think he played the aged role pretty good. Yeah.
The other guy was good too. The guy who was in season 3 and 4, he was pretty good too. He had a very strong character too. He wanted to talk about the.
Yeah, like I said, it's very impressive for me. The younger character and this character stood out for me. It's not like, I think every season they matched the role and the character really well, but I think the younger one and this season stood out for me. So yeah. The best, another one really matched was that Prime Minister.
Oh yeah, John Major. Yeah, she was amazing.
Oh my God. I didn't even know how close resemblance they had. I was looking at it. They had really good, the way he was talking, the mannerism, everything was so close. It was pretty good. I feel so bad for those prime ministers. They are not only taking care of the country, they have to take care of the family.
But like I think like he's the only one though. He's the only the one prime minister like who was going through all these at the time they're going to divorce and all those stuff. He had to.
Is it because of isn't he the one with the longer term?
No, I think like he lost, right? John Major, I don't think he was there for a long time. John Major maybe like 5 or 6 years, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But the next guy, Tony Blair, he was there for a long time.
Long time. Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
character was funny.
Yeah, he was funny. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like the casting.
The
that
casting
much.
wasn't that great though.
His
she looked
wife was pretty matched
pretty much.
very well, but his character was not that great. Like the matching of the actor was not that great. Because the way he talked, the way even the mannerism were little, I felt like someone else.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see like clearly what happened like in the next season, because I think like in real life, the woman like Tony Blair took over. I think like Diana passed within like 2 or 3 months, so he was like put into a crisis mode just immediately, right?
Oh,
so yeah, that was
I
a
didn't
huge story
realize
at the
that.
time. That
Okay,
was a huge story at the time. So he had to go to the Queen, ask her to come out and then pay her respects and all that. Because like she didn't show up for like a week or something. Queen was holed up in Scotland.
They didn't even leave a statement on it.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens next season. So the Prince Philip though. Yeah, the Prince Philip, like that character was amazing, right? He's like a silent warrior. He's like behind the scenes guy, right?
Yeah.
He fights all the dirty battles for the Queen.
Yeah,
right. He's
that's
slowly
what I'm
like
seeing.
very nice.
That's
very
what
nice.
I said. I'm very not sad, sympathetic towards him. At the same time, you know what you got yourself into. So yeah, I understood the part where they were like where he talks to the Queen about like companionship.
Yeah.
And all those stuff. That was like very interesting.
Very interesting.
You don't think. That was very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's again interesting that like he found something which will like make him happy, right? Like carriage riding, he finds happy, and then he finds a woman who wants to show interest to her.
Yeah.
And even that, like they think of it like in a different way. They take the wrong picture. That's.
I mean, it was totally innocent. He wanted to sympathize to somebody, to help, and I mean, that's what you are when you are in public eye. So you can't help it. Either you ignore it or fight for it. That was nice. The other character, or not character, but I would say Prince William, when he was younger, he's put in such a bad state.
Bad push.
That was not as a character, but as the person, the situation he was in was tough. That made me very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like easy for like any of them, right? It's
no.
Imagine
you are a kid, you don't know who's right, who's wrong. You're trying to do it. And then have you noticed something in that when he talks to his mom after he got into the school he'll be about to say, because I don't know if people are friends with me because I'm going to be the future king. He was trying to say that, and you are like, oh, this boy has that in his mind at this very young age. Poor guy.
Poor guy. Yeah, the thing about even that the Prince Charles also, right? I saw this season, we all make fun of him right now. Like people are making fun of Charles and everything, but they show him as a very smart guy. He has a lot of ideas, very well read. He has, you know, but still he has to go through all these things.
No, he that's what I'm saying. By nature, he's a very soft character, but then he has his own personal thing, but personality that couldn't come out because of so-and-so has to act such a way. So he was, what's the right word to say? He was like boxed up. So it was, they did a pretty good job. The way they portrayed each character, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't realize about the leaked conversations. But only when I saw the show, oh my God, this really happened in real life. I'm like, whoa, that was great. 3 years after too, not even immediately. He has no idea about what conversation.
that was very interesting. I don't even know what I spoke.
Yeah, that's great. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I remember something about it, but I didn't know what the conversation was like. Only in the episode I knew how personal it was.
Personal it was,
yeah. That is I'm not saying what he was doing. I don't know how to do that. In outside, it's wrong because you already know what you, like you already know that this
The
is how your
scrutiny, yeah,
life is,
yeah,
but
the
he
scrutiny
still
and
went
yeah.
back to her. That was wrong, but you never know.
I think it just like a weak moment between like two lovers, basically, like two people who love each other. It's kind of like a weak moment. He had no idea. People will be like listening, and even like that too, it's not even listening. Some random guy picks up some reggae transmission.
That's what. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was really sad though to see that everything
No,
comes.
I'm talking about in general scenario. I know he was in love with Camila, and then everything happened around it, why he can't marry her and all those things. And then he decided, or not he decided, but he married Diana. He should have been staying committed to her, but instead all this hula bula happened.
Yeah, like that scene was amazing though. When after the divorce is done, they both meet at the house and then they talk for like that. Was
Yes,
an amazing scene.
that was
very,
nice.
very nice.
I wonder if that really happened.
I don't think so. Maybe just dramatization. Maybe we don't know. We never know. But it's amazing though. Amazing to see.
Have you noticed something in this show, especially this season? I feel like they have been passive aggressive with every character.
How so? How so?
Like again with Charles, they showed all his weaknesses and all these things, and then suddenly they are showing how charitable he was, how like he tried to go talk to Diana. Same thing with Diana, even though they portrayed her to be a victim, but then they showed her weaknesses and other stuff. So it felt like more passive aggressive. They're like, oh, she did this wrong, but then she did this too. That's general human being. But this season felt so passive aggressive towards every character. Even with the Queen.
Queen too. Queen too.
Yeah.
I mean, she had to go through a lot of stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Divorces, the Prince Andrew stuff, the Queen Anne stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I understand they keep saying it's it still baffles me because I'm not in their shoes, but they keep saying that it is, what is it? It is a, what do they call that?
System.
They have a name for that. They said something.
Okay.
They say that, but she is the head of that. Why can't she put, like her forefathers, her dad or grandfather or queen, they put foot down. Why can't she put down? Why do they have to be like, oh, I have to follow these protocols? Yes, you need to follow some protocols in order to maintain, but you can be flexible too. I think that's what Charles is trying to say.
But I mean, yeah, but in the end, like she was flexible, right? She was like trying to postpone the divorce for a long time. Then finally, she just, okay, fine, just go ahead. Divorce.
Yeah.
Because she
I'm talking about even in the beginning. For example, when Margaret wanted to marry guy, she wanted to say yes because she wanted her sister to be happy. But then because the system doesn't allow, even though they know she's not going to be on the throne, still. So those are the things.
At that time, like she was a very young queen. And do you remember her secretary or the manager, very tall, imposing guy? He had full control.
Older people.
Yeah, he had full control over her.
Yeah,
right? She had she was just learning slowly. But now
Yeah, at that stage, I think she was like, am I doing it right or wrong? Can I do it or not? I understand, but she could have changed. I mean, it's easy for us to say. We are not in their shoes. But
like that's why there's like a huge blow up scene between the queen's sister and the queen, right? She says, now we are doing this for Anne, when we should have done this for me at the time.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That was a really good scene. I also liked how she brought up those in her speech.
The speech.
Those are the moments I was like, that conversation really happened. I want to know.
Maybe I don't think like we will like ever know that because they are like very, very secretive people, right? Not many news comes out.
Yeah. That's why the curiosity is more for me. Like I really want to know if they really had that conversation.
Yeah. They can't even like cry in public. because they are the monarch, right? So they
Oh,
had to hold
my
them.
heart broke for her when she met that um, uh,
The
her
fire.
niece
Oh, niece. Oh, yeah.
at
Oh,
the
yeah.
stable,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
she'll come and cry in the room. Oh, that was heartbreaking. Like she will try to control as much as it. Just cry out loud.
Yeah, they cannot, right? It's all the image and everything.
Yeah. But again, there's no one in the room. It's just her. Still in back of her mind is like, what if somebody walks in? That is the sad part. You can't even show your emotions. So, yeah.
Also, the other thing I found interesting was like when Prince Philip is shouting at Charles because of this newspaper article, all the things leaks out.
Yeah.
That was amazing, right? It's almost like a real family.
Yeah.
Are you still here? Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, but you can see the generation gap. They are all still old school. And Philip, even though he was modern for his age, but he's still old school. So he cannot, I mean, any parent cannot accept what happened. That was, and he was brave enough, Charles was brave enough to even come and sit on the table. Yeah, this season was really impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
And one of the character I liked in this season was that Muhammad Al-Fayed, the old guy. That he was
my God,
character.
the background story of
amazing.
it, I had no idea. That was really good.
Very good.
Yeah, how persistent he was to get rich or get close to the royal family. That was very impressive. And the other thing is that helper, the guy who teaches him how to be.
Sydney, the valet.
That was very nice. And how
he had an amazing story too. His story is also very, very amazing story. He was like a valet for the king first.
Yeah.
And then he learned everything.
Yeah. And how, even though he first said, I don't want him in my place, but then at the end, he even gave him his last soup. That was very nice. Yeah. That character was so funny for me. I really wonder if he was that, like, the way of conversation and everything. That was fun. Yeah. I didn't know Dodi was engaged to someone else before.
Yeah, even I didn't know that. I had to research and see maybe it's true or not. I didn't know.
I never paid attention to his side of, I know he was dating Diana, that's about it.
But that's the biggest story, right? Like he was there when she died. It's a huge one, huge one. We'll see what, apparently I heard next season is going to be like about this, but like, they won't show the actual crash. They'll just show that.
Of course, they cannot.
That she died that she died and they move on. So that's what.
Probably they'll just show the clippings of
maybe
what came in the news. That story was nice. What else was very impressive in this?
About this one, the other one I liked was that the Romanovs, the Russian thing. The people like king, the queen refusing to send. That was so crazy.
And the background story when that lady tries to explain to the queen.
but again, see that the queen is also like very well read, very knowledgeable. She knows the entire history, even though she doesn't show anything, but she has all the knowledge and everything. It's amazing. Right?
This whole season was very impressive. And I liked how they went back and forth on those days and present days for them, like showing, especially with the divorce thing, they were showing like the normal people and the royal family.
That was amazing.
And then they connected. That was very nice. What else was very nice? Diana, the loneliness she had, like literally she had no one to talk to, no one she can even connect to, because everybody's behind getting her information or selling. There's no like true friendship for her to even have conversation with. Even at the end, I'm so sad to even William saying that, why are you talking to me this? Are you sure you want to? I'm like, poor lady, she needed to let it out somewhere.
Somebody,
Yeah.
But it's sad though. I mean, like she was trying to find love everywhere she went, right? She just sees a doctor. Oh my God, he looks handsome. That's it. He starts like following him immediately.
Yeah.
Right? So sad. How lonely she
Yes.
was. That's
Yeah. I didn't realize she was not that close to her family.
yeah, because of the mom, right? The mom was a stepmom, and they had problem like in the beginning itself, and the brother, like some fight between a brother, like she didn't, something was going on there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so the sister, like they already had a rivalry because the sister was in love with
Because she loved
yeah.
Charles. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of things over there.
Yeah. That's a very sad part.
The most sad part to me was the guy, the Martin Bashir guy, who was trying to get the interview. He told all lies to her, showed all fake papers, fake accounts to get the interview.
Yes.
At the time, it was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Only like 2 years ago, they found out.
Right? Yeah.
How so he sad.
got. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's no one for her to even tell her what she's doing is right or wrong, or even just to listen to her.
I know, yeah. Because like, this guy is telling, right, hey, like a secretary is being paid, like a brother is being followed. Oh my God. He said like, don't trust anybody, but trust me.
Yeah. And he's the one who...
that's so sad though. It's like totally manipulated. And an interview comes out and oh my God, that was crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah, that whole interview is on like YouTube right now. I just saw yesterday. Oh, that was crazy.
Maybe I should go and watch.
Yeah, that's crazy actually. The way she's, I mean, again, the mannerisms, right? She had exactly the same kind of look and everything. That was amazing to see too.
Yeah.
That was very nice to see.
Yeah. That was the show. I'm really curious for the next season.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, next season, I don't know how long they're going to drag it. Apparently, it's going to be about the Prince William and Kate and all those things. So they are going to grow up pretty quick, right? So,
I saw the casting of it. A couple of them. Yeah, that'll be interesting. They don't show much about Harry that much.
Yeah, Harry was always like in the background, right? Harry, he's not going to be the next king either way. So I think it's always going to be about William, right? It's always going to be about William and everything.
But Harry was the, what do you call, the party guy. So that'll be like, obviously they were only concentrating on the main character.
And I don't think he had like that big of story until he met Meghan, right? So that was a huge thing in his life. But before that, he was just a regular prince who went to that army, navy, and all those stuff. So that was the amazing thing. Yeah. This whole thing was. I really saw about the ship, the Britannia, right?
Yes.
So the first episode they show that the ship being launched and everything. The last episode it been decommissioned. And the amount of money is crazy, right? The amount of money they ask for everything. Oh my goodness.
Did he say 14 million?
Yeah, 14 million.
14 million
pounds. Oh, nuts. All taxpayers' money too. Oh my God, it's crazy.
I mean, if you think of it, how rich they are. So it's like us trying to think whether we have to keep the car or sell the car and get a new car. That's how they are thinking. But I understand for her, that's her thing. So she wants to keep it. So yeah, that shows where they are, where we are.
Where they are, see, as part the parallel, right? Charles is saying, like the ship, the queen is also old. We have to decommission her. We have to bring
that was very sad, though. that is very sad. That is very sad. I didn't realize he was that rebellious. Like in the sense of like, no, mom has to step down. Next person have to come up. So I didn't realize he was that eager about it. So I don't know.
I think like 2 years ago, I asked my brother who's in London, I asked him, hey, whenever like the queen passes away, will Charles say, you know what, I don't want to be king. Let William be king. My brother said, no way. He's been waiting his entire life to be a king. Even if for one day, he will want to be king. He will want to be king because his entire life just about being king.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy. But see, like this season was in the 90s,
Mhm.
and she lived like another 20 years or 30 years after this, right? So which means like Charles has to wait even longer because she was there for a
Longer.
long time, long time. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
I think that's why he's like, okay, finally my turn now.
yeah, like like he wanted to be like a modern guy, but she still wants to be with the BBC with this old TV set and all those
Uh-huh.
things. Like she doesn't want a
I am
dish in the
very
house.
curious. Yeah. I'm very, very curious to see how, after his coronation, how things are going to change. When Charles take over, like officially, I know he's the king now, but when I'm very curious to see if he's going to bring in all the modernism and change,
I mean,
or if he
but right now he cannot do much because the country is going through so much trouble right now with all the political and all those things. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I mean, it's crazy, right? He just became king, and there've been like 2 prime ministers already, right? Yeah. So so I'm not sure what he can do right now. Yeah.
So this crown, I don't know how far they are going to keep on doing. I know next season.
Just like one more season. That's it, I believe. Season 6 is going to be the last one.
Oh, they're stopping.
They're stopping. But they are talking about a prequel. They are talking about a crown from 1902 till 1947. So starting from that period for the next those 40 years.
Like Queen Elizabeth?
Yes. Way back, like all the kings or the Georges,
Georges.
So, they want to cover that 40 years, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know how that will be, but it's going to be interesting too.
I think people relate more to this episode, like this crown now, because people have at least a general knowledge of all the characters. So they know like, oh yeah, I remember this happened. Oh, I saw this on TV, something like that. I think if it goes beyond that, then it becomes more like
it's going to be like a regular show. That's it. Just like a regular show, any other show.
Yeah. I think it'll, I don't know. Next season will be if Diana dies, and after that, what happens?
No, Diana dies, and then the William wedding. I think probably they'll stop with that. Maybe. I think probably Diana will die probably like in the middle of the season or something.
Yeah.
Because they have to show the whole Dodi Al-Fayed love and everything, right? So
they haven't
to show all those. They're not even shown it.
Yeah. Probably that William's wedding will be the last episode.
Maybe. I don't know.
We will make it. I don't want them to drag anymore.
I think like season 6 is the last, because after that it kind of gets boring. After Diana passes away, it kind of everything just like calms down actually, right? Because that was a huge thing for them, right? Huge shock to them. Then everything went away, right? Because and then he got married to Camilla, and then that was done, So I don't think after that there was any interesting story with the royals.
After that, interesting in that family is Andrew's scandal and
but it's not interesting. That's controversial.
No, that what I'm saying is and something to talk about. That one and Harry's wedding. That's it. And separate coming out of those things are happening now. So people want to see that.
No, they don't want to see that.
Especially they already made like movies separately based on those things. So I don't want to watch all those things.
No, apparently, like I don't know, Piers Morgan, like he told the director that they don't even think of bringing like Meghan Markle into the show. We don't want to see that character in Crown at all.
He doesn't want to see that because he is mad at her. So he has his own personal agenda over that. But again, I think it will be waste of time and people will lose interest after William's wedding. People will lose interest to watch. It won't be that interesting because all those characters are still like things are happening like now recently. So that will be maybe 30 years from now if they redo that, then maybe.
Maybe. But I want to see the prequel. I'm really curious to see about all the different kings they had before this, how At the time, they had like a whole bunch of colonies, right? So India, including India, Pakistan, all those things. I don't know
When
how
was Victoria?
Victoria, she was in the 1800s, right? I think like
Even
that.
before that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what
No,
happens.
there was another, it's not a movie, it's like a TV series too, about Victoria.
Yeah, I know. It's on HBO or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was, I saw it very long time back. I don't even remember that she was very young.
Young.
Same thing.
I think
like
it's called Young Victoria, right? The show
Uh-huh.
itself, yeah. Show
Something
itself.
like that. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, what else? We had, the lady Ramsey, the person like who is teaching about the carriage riding, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She was like a very good actress, and she's also a very famous actress. And I was wondering, like, she had like a very few scenes, like in the first episode. I was wondering why she even like in the show she has very small scenes. But then the next season, the next episode, they show the impact.
Right.
Daughter
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was something that happened.
Yeah.
Like in real life, I didn't even know that something happened. But that was an interesting, interesting information.
Yeah.
And
What we've been told is all these guys like they are so helpless, they are not smart, they don't know what to do. But this Prince Philip, the moment he sees the carriage, immediately his whole face brightens. He knows what to do. He has ideas. He brings in people. Oh, that's very nice to see actually.
Yeah, I think they are all, in a way, they are all restrained of what they can do to their fullest. Each person, not just Philip. It's like each person, they were like, oh, no, you can't do that right now. So they stop, and then they don't bring it up again. So they don't go forward with the full information or full knowledge on what they can do. So that was very interesting. Yeah. I think even when we watched the season one, not one or two, I don't understand. He was very much interested in like planes and ships.
The season four, I think four.
Yeah.
The Dutchman, like he meets all those this one, all the astronauts.
Mhm.
They all come to the
Yeah. That was.
He wants to go to the moon. He wants to see what it feels like.
Yeah. So he was a very curious guy, but again, he was restricted of doing many things. So I think this episode, like everybody was putting the foot down and saying, no, I'm doing this. No, I'm doing that. This is how it's going to be. So that was the other thing that was impressive was Charles is very much interested in gardening. That was
that was amazing too. Yeah.
Never thought that's something he would do. But even few seasons back too, they were showing, right? Last season or the season before?
I think it's last season, I think. Yeah. Because
last season?
Charles only came like last season, right? The guy who came, he played like last season.
They were showing like he will do all the gardening. I'm like, oh, that's very impressive.
No, I think like they all had like their own hobbies and an interest and stuff like that,
Yeah. What was Queen's?
Queen's, I don't think the dogs. She had the dogs and the horse racing.
Dogs and horses.
Horse racing, horses. She had a huge.
She loved her horses. Yeah, that's right.
But still, even with all that, I found it very interesting that when the Muhammad Al Fayed, he buys Harrods, and then like he wants to sit like right next to the Queen, but she sees him and said, "Nope,
I'm not
going to sit." That was
that like the hesitation, and then she sees her
nope,
sister.
I'm not going to sit there.
Can you take care of that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that I can see it happen like in real life, or it did happen.
But then, like, it was very funny to see like Diana go sit and they have like amazing conversation. They make fun of each other. That's very funny. Very funny. Very nice.
They know what's happening. Still, they are like that. That was a nice show. I like the way this show went. I don't know why. Very impressed with the way they took the whole show, the way it flowed. That was very nice. It was like, sometimes you feel like, okay, this is boring. I know what happened. Let's go to the next one. but it's like it felt like you have to watch everything to.
Yeah, I mean,
It-
it's a
it was
very, very fascinating story. Very fascinating.
Mhm.
Somebody's life, but still, it's a very, very fascinating story to watch.
Yeah, and I'm very impressed by the way they took it, the way they portrayed everything. It was
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
a very good job.
The writing was good. The filming was good. The
Mhm.
pacing was good. Right?
Yeah,
It was very,
Yeah.
very interesting to watch. Very interesting to
Yeah.
watch.
I didn't realize that Kensington Palace was like a apartment to many people.
Yeah, that fire also was very amazing, right? The whole fire thing was sad to watch it. Oh, it was sad.
Yeah. I remember when we were at school hearing
really?
about that. So I don't remember watching or anything, but I remember hearing about that. But yeah.
I mean, I remember the Diana death very clearly. Not much else, but the Diana thing was very, very clear in my mind because a huge story at the time. Huge story at the time.
I watched the wedding though. That's the one
Wedding,
thing
yeah,
I remember.
wedding I watched. Wedding.
The wedding I watched. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, again, like he says in the show, right? It was a very fairy tale thing. People wanted the fairy tale, but it couldn't last.
It couldn't last. I got my prince. I need a frog.
Frog.
The best.
Mm.
So that was nice. Yeah.
Again, that scene where like Charles and Diana are talking, they try to be civil, they try so hard, but at the end it all comes out, right?
You know
That's
what impressed me? She was waiting to hear Charles say, "I
sorry.
loved Camilla, but I couldn't do it." Finally, she's like, "See, that's what I want to hear. That's what." It is so sad, and it's so heartbreaking to see her read that all those conversations in the newspaper, and she breaking down. Oh my God, that was so difficult to watch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. I'm not saying she was a perfect woman, but still, it's
No,
very.
I mean, it's pretty clear. Like she was just lonely. That's it. She was lonely.
Mhm.
She just needed that. Imagine just like going to a hospital, looking at a guy. Oh my God, he's handsome. Her mind
I
goes to
know.
that, right?
Yeah.
Because she
was
wanted
so
love
bad.
somewhere is possible. Somebody to love her back.
Yeah.
So sad.
She couldn't even have normal conversation. There was no one to have normal conversation, but
Nobody.
for her, there's no friends, family, nothing.
No, but they just show like one guy to be a friend. I don't know. They just had like for a couple. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know why though. They didn't
I
really push
know
into that.
that doctor.
Yeah, no, not the doctor. The guy like who brings that the audio tapes and everything. Remember
he was
for
a
the book?
doctor in that
Oh yeah.
hospital.
Okay. Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another doctor.
I don't know why the
Why,
friendship
yeah.
stopped. That's a good observation. I didn't realize that.
Maybe if you just like only there for the book and nothing else, that's it. Maybe that's what his purpose.
Probably. That's a sad part for her because everybody's trying to benefit from who she was rather than being just a friend to her. She had no one. That's a sad. What happened to her dad? He didn't come. He wasn't.
No, the dad was there. I think dad, he didn't come much, but he was there for a while though. He was there for a while.
Okay.
So in real life, the Diana's dad came for that the reopening of the Queen's house in Paris. Remember, the one of the lady dies in Paris. The Mohammed Al Fayed buys the house and then like they renovate.
Yes, Villa Windsor.
Yeah, he had the huge opening.
Yeah.
Again, another sad thing, right? He does everything so the Queen can come, but she doesn't come.
And then he says, "I'm happy. I made her happy."
Even with all the money, he still cannot get the recognition. It's so sad.
Yeah, I don't know. That character was something though. He did spend a fortune.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
But he gets mad at the son to spending money for the movies and stuff and all those things, right?
Yeah, and he was happy because he got an Oscar. So, I don't know.
We'll see what happens. I think I don't know. Next season probably. I think they started shooting a lot 2 months ago, so probably it may come like end of next year, maybe.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. That'll be very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So after that, I think that we can talk again then.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll do that.
Yes.
So what other shows are you watching right now? apart from this?
Uh, what was that? Sweet Magnolia.
Oh, it's a movie, right? Or show?
No, it is a show. There's 2 seasons, I think.
Oh, really? Okay, okay. Where in
Yeah,
Netflix?
it's about I think 4 friends from a small town.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's about their life, where they were all growing up in that town, and then they go apart, and then they come back to the same town, now living there, and they all had a dream about buying a mansion to start something, and they do it, and it also brings through their family life, how they support each other and all those things.
Interesting.
Yeah, that one is nice. The other one is like Virgin River.
Yeah, I saw that Netflix, right? I saw that. Yeah.
But Virgin River is more like the first season, first few episodes is nice when they start the whole thing, and then it's just, you can tell it's like an add-on build-up story coming. So you can fast forward, you won't miss anything.
Yeah, there are like a lot of like good shows. I mean, on Prime, there's a show called The English. Emily Blunt is acting in it. Apparently, it's like very good. Just like 6 episodes, miniseries.
Okay.
I'm going to start today. I'm going to watch that today.
Oh, okay. We will start that.
Cowboys and cowgirls and a woman trying to take revenge on the son's killer or something like that. So
it's called English.
The English.
English.
On Prime, Amazon Prime. Yeah, I had to watch that.
The other thing I really I watched it a long time back, but I really liked was the Rabindranath Tagore's.
Oh yeah, I think my mom watched it.
Stories.
Yeah, my mom watched the whole thing. So.
Yeah, that was nice. And then what was the other one? Something Daughters. I think we talked about it long time back.
Oh, no.
It's on Netflix too, but it's about it's a docu-series.
Okay.
It's about a school. A guy opens up in the border of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It's where he takes in one kid from a family. The families are like people who lay roads in India or like in coal mining. So he takes those kids and they give them full American education.
Oh, wow.
It's a boarding school. They teach them how to eat with fork and knife. And they follow like 3 girls from the time they start their kindergarten till they graduate and go to college, and how their life is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It is very interesting. Like they show both pros and cons.
Yeah.
On everything, how their family dynamic is and how they are, how they struggle. It's like our kids stuck in between US and India. Culture. Those kids are in India, but they are stuck between 2 different cultures because they know what modern life is. At the same time, when they go back, they live in a hut.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's very interesting. How the sibling jealousy and all those things. So it's very different. I think I watched that like 2 or 3 times.
Oh wow, maybe I should watch it. I would say.
That one.
I have like a huge list on my queue to watch. So we'll see. Just like to knock out one by one. Okay.
Yeah, those things. I don't know. I'll give it a break. Then next one I'll start during Christmas holidays.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see if something interesting comes up.
So thank you for this. I hope you enjoyed this. So thank you for this one.
Had a great time. Thank you.
Nice. Let's think about like some other show to watch. Let's think about some other thing to watch afterwards.
Yeah, tell me. We can look through. Yeah. We'll watch. Definitely.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Priya. So see you this Saturday.
You are welcome. Yes. Bye.
Bye. Hello. Thank you for watching my video. Please hit like and subscribe and keep watching. Thank you very much.